Hey, Dean Blandino here, and now that season 1 of the XFL is in the books, let's go back and take a look at some of the innovations that made it so exciting. When we talk about things that we weren't used to seeing and hearing, the XFL was all about it. We talk about access, the access was unprecedented. We were able to listen in to the play caller talk to the offense. Here, Seattle head coach Jim Zorn, who's calling the plays, is communicating with not just his quarterback, but all skilled position players who have a speaker in their helmet. And on the broadcast, we're able to listen in to what he's saying.
11 personnel, double right, 22 plant, Adam, double right, 22 plant.
And that communication, there's no cutoff. That communication can go right up until the snap and even during the play. And we were privy to what the play call was, what the conversation was, and we were able to hear things and see things that we've never been able to see in any other broadcast. When we talk about the replay official and officiating, having access to the replay booth, replay official Robert Liu and officiating supervisor Steve Stribling working through a play. They have the Hawkeye system. They have access to multiple camera angles immediately following the play. And we got to see and hear them work through their process.
Number 11 got his foot down while he had control of the ball, and he maintained control of the ball through the process of the catch, all the way through. Okay, so we're gonna change the call on the field.
What that does, it just eliminates any confusion. It eliminates any doubt as to what is actually happening. And as you can see, he's gonna run the video back and forth, and we got to hear him talk through his decision and then talk to the referee after the decision was made. And again, things that we have not been able to hear and see on any other broadcast. When we talk about rules innovations, the kickoff was a big change. And this is a rule that has been studied on both the NCAA side and the NFL side, because there is a higher rate of injury, especially head and neck injuries, on kick returns. So the goal was to keep the return in the game, but protect the players from unnecessary risk and eliminate or mitigate some of those high impact collisions that sometimes occur on a normal kickoff. So here, this is an NFL kickoff from several years ago. The old rule where the kicking team still had a 5-yard run up and there was no restriction on the formation for the return team. What the XFL did is they looked at a lot of tape and they said, where are the players when the ball is caught? Look at the cluster of players right in this 25-yard line to 35-yard line range. That's where they were more often than not on kickoff plays. If you watch this from 2019 season, the NFL changed the rule in 2018, eliminated the run-up, had to have a minimum of 8 players in this setup zone here, 15 yards from the receiving team's restraining line. Ball is caught, and you can see the mass of players here in that same 25 to 35-yard line range. So what the XFL did is they said, let's start the play there. Let's move the players up. We'll eliminate that run-up, mitigate some of those high-impact collisions, and will keep the return in the game. And it worked. Less than 6% of all XFL kickoffs resulted in a touchback. So you had over 90% that were returned. And if you watch, here's your setup. Return team on their 30, kicking team on their 35. Play doesn't begin until the ball is caught, or if it hits the ground after 3 seconds. And what it did was it kept the return in the game, like I said, and it gave us one of the more exciting plays of the 2020 XFL season. The other rule innovation was the comeback period. In the last 2 minutes of either half, in order to promote closer games, more exciting finishes, and give the team that was behind an opportunity, a greater opportunity to come back, in the comeback period, after the 2-minute warning of either half, any play that ends in bounds, the game clock stopped for a minimum of 5 seconds. And what that did is it opened up the entire playbook to the offense, and it opened up the entire field to the offense. So they didn't have to focus just on boundary plays and trying to get out of bounds. And so what this did was it created more opportunities for the offense when they were behind to come back. It conserved plays in that comeback period and allowed for more exciting finishes. Week 1, Seattle, DC, Both teams got the ball with 26 seconds to go in the second quarter. Both teams got the ball and both teams scored. That is not something that is usual in other levels of football. And again, it was one of those innovations that made the XFL that much more exciting. And look, the season just ended, but it's never too early to start looking at 2021. So we've already gone back to the drawing board and we're going to start studying all of the rules changes, all of the innovations. Think about what worked, what may need to be tweaked, and what ways we can make XFL 2021 even more exciting than 2020.
For the best access, perspective, and personalities in all of sports, follow us at Fox Sports on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube.